Is your business or company looking to stand out in a crowded advertising market? Looking to reach the real auto enthusiast? Well, you found it. You're listening or watching in real time, and so are your fellow enthusiasts. The In Real Time Car Show now reaches 500,000, and we can put together a marketing plan that will engage them in your product, business, or service. To get the tires rolling, just shoot us an email to our marketing director, Jeff Zekin. His address is jeff@inwheeltime.com.
From Studio A in Texas, USA, it's the award-winning In Wheel Time Car Show. Today, we are live from Woody's Waterfront Car Show at the Topwater Grille in San Leon, Texas. This week, inside our new car showroom, the Cadillac CT4 and the CT5. We'll give you an in-depth review of each of those. You'll also get this week's automotive news, Conrad's Car Clinic, This Week in Auto History, and more. All just ahead on today's In Wheel Time Car Show for Saturday, September 26, 2020. Howdy. Along with Mike Out of This World Mars, who's down at Woody's Waterfront Car Show, and King Conrad DeLong, including Jeff Zekin and David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. We're so glad that you could join us on this Saturday. It's a beautiful day here in Houston, Texas, if you're watching somewhere from around the world. Last week we had to deal with a tropical storm. This week, none of that. Beautiful. And I wanted to remind everybody that tonight is a big race out at Houston Motorsports Park. If you're into local circle track racing, 3/8 mile, and it is the Gary Merrill Memorial Race, and the big Pro Mod or Pro Modified cars are going to be there, and they're coming in from all over the United States. So there's going to be a full house of them, and it's $7,000 to the winner tonight.
Now, was it 2 weeks ago was the truck, or was it last?
2 weeks ago was the truck.
$10,000 truck.
And, yeah, and so they crowned the winner that night. And then
How'd they do
the
that?
winner and the second place car or truck both got disqualified because of a technicality that neither driver did it on purpose, because both of these cars they used, for whatever reason, Pensacola, Florida rules from this particular track, okay? So they go through tech, and, here, with the technicality of the inspections afterwards, they found out that these cars are supposed to have a solid drive shaft. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Those are the rules. Come to find out, these were not solid drive shafts. They were hollow, like you would have in your car.
Yeah.
And so they got disqualified. The drivers didn't even know.
Oh, well, what a shame. I wonder if there's really an advantage to a solid drive shaft versus a hollow.
And I don't know that. I don't know.
Well, the disadvantage would be weight, wouldn't it?
I would think so, yeah.
But, yeah, and I'm sure that the cars get weighed and they have some sort of a deal that they're scales and all that stuff post-race, and somehow or another they didn't. So the third place truck won.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is very interesting.
But he didn't get the winner's circle interview from you.
No, he did not.
So you say the Pro Modifieds tonight?
Pro Modifieds tonight, $7,000 to win.
To save the purse, yeah.
And last 2 weeks ago, the trucks, it was a 75-lap feature, and I'm telling you, those things are fast, and the 75 laps click off really quick.
Well, when you and I went out there, the bigger model, like the Pro Mods and the trucks, they turn about a 15 to 16-second lap out there. So they are quick. Your head is on a swivel. And if you're on the infield, you have to be careful, because there was a minor incident on track.
Jeff got all freaked out.
Yeah, it was coming right at me. I'm going, oh, my God. Here we go.
All right, well, let's go back out to Woody's Waterfront Car Show. It is a cruise-in show. Mr. Mars is down there with David Ainsley. David's behind the camera. Mr. Mars standing in front. All right, Mr. Mars, let's not have any problems now. It's all on you, brother. Let's see what you got.
Wait a minute. I'm shocked that you would even think I would cause problems.
Well, okay.
Woody's Waterfront Car Grill. We've got the ocean. We've got cars. We got everything. And we have Chris Paskey here, who has his 1963 Ford Falcon wagon with him. And he's got a really unique story about this vehicle. And I'm going to let him tell you that because it's really cool. I'm Curtis Paskey. Have a little shop behind my house called Rooster Rinse Garage. You can check me out on Curtis the Fly Guy Instagram. You want to look up some more cool pictures. So let's start about the car. We got a 1963 Ford Falcon.
bought from the gentleman that built it in Oregon.
That's unique.
He was a customizer, put about 8 gallons of paint on it. Goes by the name of Catalina DeVille.
And all the drawer knobs in the grill.
And everything, all the stuff.
Look at this. Look at under the
And
hood.
pull knobs.
It's
So
a
you can see
straight
this is
six.
the town of California the car was built in.
Is that all hand painted?
Amish shop that had involvement in the car was built.
They're hand painted.
It's hand painted. This is a winter project because up in those parts it freezes, so they take the hood off and they hand painted it on the kitchen table for you. So over 8 gallons of paint on the car. As you can see, a lot of the pay homage to the lowrider world with lace, scallop, flame, mix and match of colors. And to top it off, it's interchange for the ladies.
How cool is that? Look at.
That's neat.
The steering wheel was cut to give a little space age, proper era for this year. Everybody was trying to go to the moon.
The pink fur on the carpet.
You
A
know,
lot of shag.
if I was going to have, it's a Falcon wagon. If I was going to have one, I think that's the way it would look. I like it.
I love the way they brought the flames into the interior.
Yours would be-
and look at the big furry backpack.
I was just going to say, how are you going to describe big furry what?
Don's would be pink on the outside.
It's got the big furry back end.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
There you go.
Don's date tonight.
The tailpipe looks like a bumper, but it's actually the dual tailpipes that come out of the six-cylinder.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
Crazy.
Oh,
lot
that's
of your
that's cool.
They need that on bitchin' rides.
I need that.
So what this guy did is he took the six-cylinder and he dualed it out with a split header. A lot of times they do 3 and 3. In this case, he did 2 on one header and 4 on the other, which gives it that glass tack pop sound when you're cruising down the road. And of course, you have to do a little bit of romance in the back.
That's a chick magnet.
Setup. Chick magnet. Ladies, lay down and enjoy yourself.
David's got
I wish David or Mike needs to saddle up next to the mannequin.
No, bring the mannequin back to the studio.
Bring it back to the studio. We want that mannequin. There you go. That is absolutely
Hey,
perfect.
Mars, is it cold out there?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Hey, you don't know that mannequin. Don't touch it.
That's right. You don't know where that mannequin has been.
Back in the furry back end in the fluffy area.
Keep it away from Don.
How cool
Oh,
is
my
that?
God.
Bring the mannequin back.
You know, this is kind of like the good old boys club here this morning.
The mannequin needs a Woody shirt.
The mannequin, well, no, it needs to have that.
And a skateboard, so you're ready to go to Portland.
Right on, man. This is my original skateboard. When we were all young. Everybody knows that age. So my time to sign off. Y'all check me out. I'm going to skate on out of here.
All right.
Before he goes, though, tell us about the car. When you got the car,
Oh, yes. Another neat story. I bought the car from the gentleman, Catalina DeVille in Oregon, and I got it just about a month or 2 ago, and I've done some work to it. But if I wouldn't have bought the car when I bought it, the car wouldn't exist right now.
Wow.
Because he lost all of his other cars, and everything else he had is shot in the fires.
That's
in Oregon
terrible.
2 weeks ago.
so this is someone who's a survivor.
Survivor
It's-
of the
yeah.
fires.
Wow.
Well, it's
Good story.
Cool car.
Definitely. You know, he kind of reminds
Something
me, is it
unique.
Ed Big Daddy Roth?
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
has that kind of look to
Yeah.
him. Yeah. So it all kind of fits together.
The swagger.
He's also got a page called DeVille's Playground, and you can check him out on Facebook also. Show some of his paintwork. He's an amazing artist. And listen to
Well, I like the way the hood is kind of shifted back from the from the fenders. Have you noticed that?
Uh-huh.
That paint doesn't quite match up.
No, the hood is up.
No, the hood's up.
The hood's up.
The hood's up.
It's
I
attached,
love
yeah.
the drawer pulls you have in the dash.
The dash, you mean in the grill?
In the grill, yeah.
The door pulls. There you go. Yeah.
Drawer pulls. They say drawer pulls.
Yeah, so if you get in a bind at your kitchen, you could just come out and boil it all.
There you go.
Right there with your bar.
Well,
So when he's cleaning it up, Don, this is where you get out here and polish your knob.
oh my God.
Knob polished.
Bring the mannequin back.
Hey, talk to Jackie with the.
Oh,
there's a Nova.
Oh,
There's
that
a Chevy
Nova.
too.
Yeah, that's
okay.
my
Well,
goodness.
we'll talk to him next. We really need to take a break, and I'm almost fearful to take a break. I just why? That's just who I am at this point in the morning. But at any rate,
so let's take a break.
Okay, we're going to take a break as soon as I get my act together here. I've been distracted just a little bit.
And when we come back, Mike, go back to that Chevy too.
Yeah, can you do that?
Well, we got to find you.
Okay.
In the meantime, we go over here. We got a couple other people lined up.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back to you in a minute.
All right, well, we sure wish you guys would fix that audio because it sucks, to be honest with you.
Picky.
Well, yeah, there is that. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back right after this quick break.
As America gets back on the road, a lot of things have changed, but not the need for drivers to be safe. With that in mind, it's time to review our safe driving checklist. First, you're in your car. Check. You're sober. Check. You're wearing your seatbelt. Check. Your phone is put away. Check. Great. Make sure you follow the speed limit. And remember, law enforcement is enforcing traffic safety laws in our community to save lives. Paid for by NHTSA.
Advance Auto Parts and CarQuest present the Gary Merrill Memorial Pro Modified Race with a purse-busting $7,000 to the winner. Saturday night, September 26th at Houston Motorsports Park. Gates open at 5. The commemorative Air Force flyover and racing at 6. Wear your mask. We've got social distancing and sanitizer. Enjoy dollar hot dogs and dollar beer. Advance tickets online at NASCARHouston.com. Saturday night, September 26th. Gates at 5. Racing at 6. Houston Motorsports Park. The $7,000 Gary Merrill Pro Modified Race. Bring the kids.
It's the In-Wheel Time Car Show.
Sort of.
Kind of. It's also kind of a throwback to the JCPenney display in the front window of the mall.
Yeah.
There's a little hint of that already going on.
Yep.
And I have to tell you that so many of the car shows that we go to and we actually attend in person that unfortunately you haven't been along with us, but you're going to, that these car shows, these cruise-ins like this, generally are this way. With a whole cast of characters, mainly
nostalgic.
Males.
Yeah, nostalgic. And then you've got the what do they call them? The young ladies that dress up like the Betty Boops and things.
Well, there are some of those. Yeah, there are some of those.
But everybody has a story about their car.
Right.
And there's, I mean, that one was a good one, you got to admit.
And we'll see how this story plays out.
All right, let's go back down to Woody's Waterfront Car Show at the Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas. And Mr. Mars, take it away, sir.
Is this Rudy?
Hey, guys. Rudy? We're down here, and we're talking with Brian Brock. Now, Brian has got this 55 two-door hardtop that's it's dropped. I mean, it's a great representation of the Tri-5 category. And, Brian, where are you from? I mean, I'm Dickinson, Texas. So you're close. Yeah. You're not too far. It's right down the street. Yeah, and so you drove it over here. Yes. Yeah, you drive it very much? Much as I can, yes. Yeah. I mean, it's a gorgeous car and everything. Why don't you tell us about it? Give us a little walk around here.
It's a 1955 Chevrolet two-door hardtop. It's group beer in color. Cream Cadena tan top, two-tone. Got a full leather interior in it. Power windows, power locks, all your fundamentals up to those car with got air, vintage air, got automatic 1260 LS2 for the motor. I sit on an air ride chassis from Scott Ride Shop bag. Got the Boyd wheels on it. Got 20 by 12 in the rear, and I got 18/8 in the front. Got the different radiator cooling package on it. Smoothie bumpers. Kind of kept it kind of a retro mod. Kind of kept it original as I could on the outside and kind of retro modded on the transplant and running gear system. There's that trailer key, chassis, motor. Cars built by me. And I wasn't.
You know, I'm sorry, but the audio sucks. So I'm not going to make everybody listen to all of that. We can still stay there.
We can still show the cars.
Yeah. So if you guys can hear us down there,
it's an LS powered '55 Chevy, and how gorgeous the interior is. And I think he was telling us his root beer in color. And I think we've seen this car before. I think this was out at Guitars and Cars with us last year, and. What a gorgeous car, though. How wonderfully done it is.
I like the color. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's very nice. If you guys can hear us down there, could you let us see the interior?
Again?
We'd love to see the interior again and maybe a kind of a wide shot of the car. Oh, yeah.
The low back seats, what a center console it is.
That's pretty.
That is a really a nice car.
Yeah.
It's what they call a resto mod.
Super well done. You know, even with the chevron, the V in the seats. I think he was saying it's got Boyd wheels on it. Look at the dash and how he did the air conditioning vents in the dash.
Yeah, those are nice.
You know, which is untypical of a '55 Chevy, and the steering wheel to match the wheels on the vehicle as well.
Yeah, there's some major money invested in this car.
Well, there's good thought on the theme throughout the car as well.
Yes, exactly. Did he say who helped him make this car?
I think he did. We just didn't hear it.
Okay, yeah. But at any rate,
and how perfect the chrome is on it as well.
Right. It truly is a beautiful car. So.
Oh, and look, his trunk is open. My trunk is full of parts.
We know.
Oh, even with the chrome, the bead trim inside the trunk as well. How well done that is.
Yeah. It is a very nice car. This is a very nice car show. And Michael Woody, is a guy that, for a living, he does appraisals for cars.
Auto Appraisal Network.
Right. Yeah, Auto Appraisal Network. And so Michael is well schooled, and he also has a eclectic group of friends that have some really nice iron. Mm-hmm. And this is obviously one of the nicer cars that you'll see at a cruise in. And
he'll actually post them on Facebook of the things that he's done.
Yeah, as he's done his appraisals on.
Right, exactly.
And because of the appraisals, see, there's his
guitars.
Double Nickel. Double Nickel is the name of the car.
Okay.
But, because of the appraisals he does, Woody stays connected with a lot of other show cars out there.
Right.
Yeah, so we're well connected, and last year, which was the first of these shows. He does them every year, and last year was the first one, and what a great turnout! I mean, a lot of cars. The place was full, like it is now.
I was going to say, it looks like.
And he limited it to 100 cars because
you only have so much space.
Yeah, exactly. And I have a feeling that it's going to continue to grow. I could see maybe next year doing 125 cars and having it spill out into the paved parking lot.
Well, hopefully they can track him down and maybe talk to him a little bit.
Yeah, Woody. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a chance to talk to him. Remember Woody has that. Is it a '56 Pontiac Safari 2-door wagon?
Yes.
How cool is that?
Man,
look at this. I'm assuming that's a 55,
50.
No, 50.
51.
Well, come down with the shot, and it'll give me the age of the car, the year the car was.
I'm thinking that's a
1950 Chevy.
Yeah, my grandfather had one of those.
My son's got a Fleet side.
Yeah. Not the Fleet side.
No, it's a fastback.
Oh, okay. The coupe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Fleet something or other.
Fleet line.
That's it.
Oh, even this, with the upgraded seats, I love the shifter handle.
Well, he got that knob from the wagon.
I was going to say the wagon.
He took it off the front of the car.
I was going to say he took it off my shower.
Does that one come with a mannequin?
No, probably not. And the patina on it.
That's nice.
But that patina is probably more show because looks like it's got a paint over the top of it, clear color.
Well, it's got a clear coat on it. Yeah.
We need to take a little break here because if we're going to try to stay on track this morning, we need to do that so I can get our car review in. All right, gentlemen, we're going to cut away from you, and we're going to come back here and take a break. And then I've got a car review that we're going to do that, and it's going to do that in just a couple seconds, so stay with us.
There's no greater pain a parent can suffer than losing a child. And yet, heat stroke deaths in hot cars are on the rise. The temperature inside a vehicle can reach deadly levels in just a few minutes. Leaving windows cracked does not help. These preventable deaths can occur even when the outside temperature is as low as 57 degrees. Never leave your baby or child in a vehicle, even for a short period. And always check the back seat before you get out of the car. Where's baby? Look before you lock. Paid for by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Dude, you may want to slow down. There's a cop car up there. Hey, man, there's another cop. I'd think about putting your seatbelt on if I were you. And if you could sober up in less than 5 seconds, that'd be cool, too.
As America gets back on the road, a lot of things have changed, but not the need for drivers to be safe. Cops are enforcing traffic safety laws in our community to save lives. Paid for by NHTSA.
All right. Mars is supposed to do this car review at this hour, but I'm going to go ahead and do that because we're having audio problems down there.
CT5?
So CT5, yes, it is. So the review is on the Cadillac 2020 CT5. And the Cadillac CT5 comes in these trim levels. The luxury, the premium luxury, the sport, and the CT5V. I had the CT5V.
Yeah, the hot rod.
The mid-size sedan, seats 5 passengers. It's all new this year.
Yep.
For 2020. Now, exterior features include big grille with a big caddy emblem stuck right there in the middle of it, and it looks really good.
Looks like it's
this
smiling.
particular one is not the V series. This is just the regular CT5.
Yeah, because the V has very little chrome, mostly black chrome.
Blacked up.
I'm tearing up.
Quad exhaust, V emblem on the trunk lid, sexy booty with a built-in spoiler on that trunk lid. Red calipers, gray wheels, and it really, overall design gets an A+ in my book. Interior highlights include an interior that is actually different than the CT4. There's the engine. So if you hold it right there, Jeff, I'll talk about the engine since these are out of order. But it's got a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 that puts out 355 horsepower and 405 pound-feet of torque through a 10-speed automatic transmission. It is a rear-wheel drive car.
Nice.
Paddle shifted, and it blips through those 10 speeds like you wouldn't believe.
Did you use them?
Gets 18 miles per gallon city, 26 highway for a combined of 21. I got 23.5. Of course, most of mine is on the highway. That was over 369.2 miles. What I liked about it, the power, baby. And you connect that 355 horsepower to 10 speeds, man, it'll get up and go really fast. What I would have liked as an option on this car, a manual transmission.
Yeah, you know, the earlier CTSs had manuals, but the market's very much gone away from manual transmissions. Even Ferrari has gone away from manual transmissions. The only thing they offer is that dual clutch transmission.
You know, I'm thinking that maybe one of these days my 6-speed manual transmission Corvette will be worth some money.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Absolutely, it will be. But yeah, I don't see Cadillac coming back with a manual in these.
I said I'd like to see it. Mm-hmm. I didn't say we were going to see it.
Gorgeous interior in that car, though.
Yeah, it is. So the interior highlights include, it's actually different than the CT4, but it's the same car. The CT4 and the CT5 are the same car, the exteriors. But the CT5 has a different interior, different options. It's just different. Okay? Is somebody screwing together screws out there? Sounds like it. At any rate. So iPad with an infotainment screen atop the center stack. Different, better control center console than the CT4, as I mentioned. Big paddle shifters make it easy to hot rod the car. for lack of a better term.
Did you utilize the paddle shifters?
I did. I put it through its paces, and boy, I'll tell you what.
Pretty spot on when you pull the trigger?
Yeah, and when it comes time to shift it, I mean, it shifts like that. Boom, you're there. Cargo trunk room, small opening. The V has special nuances to it. As I mentioned, I told you about the engine. As far as ride and handling, the V has big 19-inch optional tire wheels on it, run flat tires. So even with all that rubber, it can barely hang on to the power and the transmission.
And that's supposed to be what a V is about, to have that power, that performance, the handling characteristics.
And the quick steering. It's nice, man. So the base trim price on the car is $47,695
on a CT5.
On a CT5,
not the V.
Now the price, correct. And the price is tested with the V option is $63,000. Base model price, if you just want to get into a CT5, $36,895. So competitors, BMW 5 Series starts at $53,400, Audi A6 $54,900, and the Lexus GS 300 $46,000.
But that's right in the price range, even with the V option on it. That's right in the price range.
It truly is, because those are all base prices for those cars. So there you have it. That's my review of the Cadillac CT5 V. Liked it? I like it a lot. We are going to go back out to Woody's Waterfront Car Show out at the Topwater Grille in San Leon, Texas here in just a moment. We got a couple of seconds here, and I wanted to remind everybody, and you'll hear the commercials. There's a big race tonight out at Houston Motorsports Park. $7,000 to the winner of the Pro Modifieds, and they're coming in from all over the country to race in this race tonight because the purse is big. And I will tell you that 2 weeks ago with the truck race, the stands, everybody was all socially distanced. Okay? Yep. But there were a lot of people there, and it was a lot of fun, and I think everybody really enjoyed it. Mask up. There's hand sanitizer there. So it's a good, safe event that's outdoors.
Gina puts on a good show, and it's very timely. I mean, everything moves. There's no real delays.
There were a couple of delays last week because of a couple of incidents. Yes, that's true. One, a battery exploded and put battery acid all over the track. That took a while to clean that up. We had a rain shower that rolled through. Well, that took a while to dry the track back up. But after all of the commotion and everything,
it's still pulled off.
We still left there at 10 o'clock at night.
And that's what people want.
Right. So plan for a 3-hour show. The green flag goes at 6:05, and you should be out of there by 9 o'clock. Get home at a decent hour.
And the flyover is at 6 o'clock, if I read that thing. And is it the Confederate Air Force?
Not the Confederate Air. It's called the Commemorative Air Force.
Commemorative Air Force. So you're going to see some very vintage planes are going to fly over, and that is so cool.
It is cool.
It truly is, and it's a great event. All American. You know, we stand up and salute the flag, and we say a prayer before the show gets going. And if you like that sort of thing, come on out. If you don't like that sort of thing, then find a football game to go to.
There you go.
An NFL football game. Where
I haven't watched any of it the last 2 weeks.
And I refuse to this entire season.
You cannot get a dollar beer, dollar hot dog at a football game.
No, you cannot.
But you can get it there at the racetrack.
At the races.
There you go.
And you can get that smell of gasoline and burning rubber and all of that other stuff. You won't get that at a football game.
That's awesome, too.
It is tons of fun, and I encourage you to bring the kids because the kids have a good time at this thing. It is a lot of fun. They've got a class there called the Eco Stocks, and
that's a neat class.
It is a wonderful class, and you can buy any of those cars that are on the racetrack for $2,000.
But it's in that range.
And my favorite car is that. What is it, like an 82 Cutlass or 92 Cutlass Supreme in turquoise?
They take the first turn so deep that the left rear wheel is off the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, and most all of those are front-wheel drive vehicles anyhow. So.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break here, and we're going to go back to Woody's Waterfront Car Show right after this.